East Texas churches have joined forces praying together tonight in downtown Tyler. Tomorrow, Satanic Temple DFW is scheduled to hold what they're calling an unbaptism event in that same area.
And that means that KTK's Lauren McGoldis now joining us live in studio and tells us about what's going on. Lauren, what is going on?
Well, Neil, Casey, despite the rain, East Texas Christians wanted to take this time to get even closer to God by standing at the square where tomorrow's events will be held. As it poured, East Texans prayed.
I wanted to get a group of people together to go down before the event tomorrow and just pray and exercise our freedom of religion.
Church of the Pines member Lauren Etheridge Langus, along with others, came out to praise God before a satanic temple comes to town. As a Christian, she says she was called to do this.
I do have a difference of beliefs, so rather than go and confront them, I'm just going to do my job as a Christian and just pray over that and pray for the souls that are there.
Churches from all over the area came to stand together, with some groups sitting in their cars to pray nearby too.
As a Christian, we're called to a spiritual battleground, and I think this is an opportunity to exercise our strength in our relationship with Christ.
WOW church members say they were unaware of the prayer gathering, but still felt called to invite pastors to the square after hearing about the upcoming event.
We didn't come down to be combative, didn't come down to bash anybody's religion, but we wanted to stand as believers and pray.
It's a way for these East Texas churches to stand together in their faith, some even walking around the square blessing the area as the rain fell.
Anytime the rain does not stop the believers from gathering, I'm always pleased. I'm always happy.
Sending a message of love and peace to what's coming next.
Regardless of what your belief is, regardless of what you've been through, you're loved. We don't hate you because God is love.
And Langus says she expects there will be some church groups that will show up tomorrow to confront these visitors, but she chose to pray the day before. Live in studio, Lauren Margolis, KTK News.
New tonight, nearly 40 people gathered on the downtown square to protest this weekend's upcoming Pride Festival. Protesters held signs and prayed the rosary as a group. They say the Pride Festival doesn't align with what they say is traditional marriage. About an hour after the protest started, Pride supporters showed up in counter-protest. We spoke with this weekend's Pride Festival organizer to see what they had to say.
If you are LGBTQ, please, this is a safe space. This is your town too. This is your home too. So come on out, get your face painted. Let's shop with LGBTQ owned vendors. Let's do this. Let's show Tyler that we have pride.
We don't condemn people. We condemn behavior. There are a number of behaviors that are not healthy, that are not good, that are being promoted in our town. And so we're giving the other side of that.
The group that was protesting the Pride Festival says they are a part of a conservative Catholic organization called the American Society of the Defense of Tradition, Family, and Property.
Acknowledging the ancestral land of the Caddo tribe. They are the original caretakers of the sacred land. We respect their sovereignty, their right to self-determination, and we honor their sacred spiritual connection with the land and water. Let us begin.
You are gathered here tonight, bound by a past that was forced upon you, guilty of sins you did not commit, judged by a tyrant that imposes his selfish will upon your own life, lest you suffer eternal damnation. You have been forced to follow arbitrary laws and an unjust God who does not exist. Tonight you will break those chains, and in doing so you are free to truly be your own perfect self. Tonight we embrace the name of Satan, not as an all-powerful deity, but as the ultimate symbol of rebellion, an adversary against tyrannical theocracy. Satan is freedom of self. Tonight you will defy the constraints of your past and live your truest life. Tonight you will embrace your perfection. We reject arbitrary authority by burning these pages that have been used as weapons against us. We reject these divine pages that have been used as a scapegoat for actions against us. We reject archaic fever dreams as doctrine. We defy the laws and commandments of a God who isn't there. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Do you reject your baptism? Yes. Do you reject any claims to your own self and your autonomy? Yes. Do you now vow to live your life based on rational thought rather than ancient dogma? Yes. Your path is your own. Break the chains that bind you, for you are no longer a servant to an imaginary narcissistic tyrant. Embody the nature and character of Satan with empathy, compassion, knowledge, and rationalism. Non serviam. Ave Satanas. Hail Satan. It is done.
It is done. You may break your chains. Broken, and they all just go quiet.
Tonight, the Tyler Library Advisory Board unanimously voted to keep a controversial book in the young adult section tonight.
A Tyler resident first formally requested the book People Kill People by Ellen Hopkins to be moved to the adult section back in January. Today, the board reaffirmed their decision a second time. KLTV's JD Conti has more from today's public hearing.
The Public Library Auditorium was filled Wednesday afternoon for public comments on this book, People Kill People by Ellen Hopkins. After an hour of the scheduled public meeting, the Library Advisory Board voted unanimously to keep the book in the young adult section. Those protesting wanting it moved to the adult section. So many people signed up to speak in the meeting that was scheduled for just an hour that Tyler police had to step in and end public comments. Ashley Taylor is the City of Tyler librarian and does not vote on the advisory board.
It deals with gun violence, racial issues, and there is a rape scene within the material. The book is not meant to be titillating, especially not that scene. We try to review materials based on the entirety of the work.
Taylor says the library has policies in place so parents can restrict what material their child has access to. Those who spoke against the work say it's too vulgar for the section it's in.
It's very sexually explicit and vulgar words. Someone read the excerpts today.
Marcia Graham is a retired child protective worker
who spoke for keeping the book in its current place. She says material like this can help victims of tragedies
speak out.
This is critical information for young people to have. And I absolutely oppose removing it, even if it's difficult, even if it's hard. It's not porn, it's real, it's life, it happens every day.
Those who want the book moved say they don't want it banned, just moved to the adult section. They are now taking the issue to city management.
The elected officials that are responsible for this library, the librarian and the staff, they're just hired people. They're not in charge of the city.
JD Conti, KLTV 7 News.
The library's policy is also to follow publisher and professional reviewer recommendations for the placement of books. The recommendation for People Kill People is for readers 14 and up.
Hello TikTokers, welcome to Real Law Talk. I have to do this video. I think I'm going to have to do this video once every 2 or 3 months because this is the most important video on here. Do not speak to CPS workers. I don't care what state you're in. I don't care what you have done, what you haven't done, what you're accused of, who is accusing you, what circumstances there are. CPS workers will use your statements and things you even haven't said against you. They will write down their old reports. They will take you to court. They will remove your kids. They will lie. They will lie. And when you speak to them, you give them license to lie because you're engaging. If you say, I stand on my rights and I want an attorney, they can try to lie, but you're going to record you're saying that, so you haven't made any statements. Do not speak to CPS workers. I assure you, you will regret it. Tens of thousands of parents regret it every year. If any one of my videos can go viral, I want this one to go viral. Please share it with your friends. Everybody who has kids, do not speak to CPS if they come to your home. Please. That's Real Law Talk.